Have you ever heard about the secret potion owned by Professor Severus Snape? The scent of mandrake root and burnt sugar hung heavy in the air, a familiar perfume to anyone who dared cross the threshold of Severus Snape's potions classroom. Snape glided between the tables, his black robes a silent, billowing menace. He paused at each cauldron, a sharp word for one, a withering glance for another. But today, something was different. Today, he was brewing a potion of his own. A deep, swirling concoction in a cauldron that seemed to absorb all the light in the room. He worked with a meticulous, almost surgical precision, his long fingers adding ingredients with the grace of a conductor directing a symphony. The class watched, captivated and silent for once. No one knew what he was making, a new draft to punish errant students. A cure for utter incompetence. The suspense was a palpable, living thing. Finally, he held up a small, dark vial, a bottle so nondescript it could have held anything from ink to eye drops. He uncorked it with a flourish, and a single, almost comically ordinary, dark brown object tumbled out, landing with a soft clink into the bubbling potion. The class collectively leaned in, squinting, trying to make it out. Was it a beetle's carapace? A newt's eye? No. It looked like a bean. A coffee bean. Snape, with a triumphant and impossibly straight face, looked out at the sea of dumbfounded students. To create a potion that truly invigorates the mind, he said, his voice a low rumble, one must add the most potent of all catalysts. He scooped a tiny ladleful of the now sparkling, magically humming potion. He took a sip, and for a fleeting, millisecond-long moment, his eyes widened with what could only be described as a mixture of shock and sheer, unadulterated pleasure. The potion, it seemed, was truly a masterpiece. He quickly regained his usual stoic composure, a faint, almost invisible smirk playing on the corner of his lips. "Remarkable," he muttered, almost to himself, before turning his gaze back to Longbottom's charred mess. Now, 10 points from Gryffindor for failing to correctly identify the essential role of a finely ground Arabica bean in the brewing of a high-energy mental clarity draft. The rest of the class remained silent, staring at the cauldron in a state of caffeine-fueled awe. What's your secret ingredient for surviving Mondays? Before that, please subscribe, like and comment if you like this story.